Top 5 kids who accidentally summoned a demon. What a way to create a nightmare for yourself. By summoning a demon from hell. Well, these kids made sure to do just that. Watch until the end. Because number 1 is so messed up. The chills were unreal. Don't forget to like and subscribe before we start. Starting off today's video with number 5. It. This movie is kind of a two-way street. You definitely have Pennywise doing a lot of the legwork on this one. He really is going after the kids. But they go after him as well. I mean, they do this to make sure that they don't die. And to save their friend. But it's their constant research of him that attracts him to these particular kids. So it's kind of like Pennywise started it and then the kids finished it. If for some reason you have no idea what the movie, It, is about, well then I'll give you a brief rundown. You got a bunch of kids who are living in a crappy town. And they start to get harassed by an evil clown. Who happens to be a shape-shifting demon from another dimension who feeds off of kids. And fear. He also lives in the sewers. Yeah, he's a poop-covered demon clown who wants to eat you. I don't like the sound of that at all. Number 4. Elizabeth Knapp. Your first serving of a demon was a little bit of a familiar clown monster. Now it's time to move on to a 16-year-old girl who made a deal with the devil. Because she didn't like her small Christian town. That is one way to stand up against people around you, I guess. Well, the year was 1670. And a young girl by the name of Elizabeth Knapp didn't like the way things were being run in her small Christian town. She thought God was dumb. And she wanted to live by her own rules. So she decided she would shake hands with an entity that is the exact opposite of God. She reached out to the devil and she made a deal. And it turns out the deal went sour. Who would have thought that making a pact with the Dark Lord wouldn't work out the way you wanted? It wasn't long after she signed away her soul that she would start to feel like she was being watched at all times. Sometimes she would feel like she was being controlled and start acting like a vicious animal. And even attack the people around her. There was more than one occasion where she tried to injure herself. She did this because the devil commanded her to. This included throwing herself into a fire, crushing her fingers, and constantly fighting the urge to jump off a cliff. Maybe next time just move to a new place. If you don't like your current town. Number 3. Dragged Me to Hell. This movie follows a young girl that has to deal with a demonic presence that is chasing her down. And trying to kill her again and again. This movie is almost in a video game style. In the way she has to constantly overcome endless horrible obstacles that are constantly trying to kill her. Because a gypsy sent a demon after her to ruin her life. Everything from juices from a dead body pouring into her mouth and trying to drown her. To an anvil falling on someone's head. The lesson of this movie is never mess with gypsies. They know weird black magic. And they will ruin your life if you mess with them. I think that's the message of the movie. Maybe there is no message. If you like over-the-top death scenes. And the stylings of campy horror brought into a modern era. And you want to see a kid's mistake force a demon to chase her down, well then this is the perfect movie for you. Number 2. To Belial. One of the most famous demons from the Bible. There are plenty of people online who have claimed to have spoken to this entity. This story was written on Reddit. By Reddit user Wormwood_. Now this person said that they went out of their way to talk to the demon. They used a specific ritual to get in contact with this demon. Because they wanted to ask for guidance. Also, this wasn't a one-time thing. A Reddit user would contact the demon over and over again. They said they would do this as a weekly practice. You know how you have like a meditation practice? Well, some people have a summoning a demon practice. It wasn't all bad though. They said that the demon saved their life on one occasion. But it might have just been because they didn't want to lose their newest plaything. Before we get into number 1, have you ever wanted to trade in the stock market? Building your financial future has never been easier. With Trading 212, get access to the world's leading companies and buy into them. Even if you can't afford the whole share. Trading 212 has fractional shares. So you don't need a lot of cash. Get started today. Use my code to get a share worth up to £100. Link in bio. Now back to the video. And finally. Number 1. Sinister. Well, if you don't want horrible demons to work their way into your life, then you shouldn't watch horrible murder videos. That's like the first rule of not summoning a demon right. It's specifically sinister too when we see kids get into summoning a horrible demon. The movie is about children who are possessed by the powers of Belial. He forces kids to watch videos of kids killing their parents, and then he tries to get them to kill their parents. But I have a very simple solution for this. Don't have kids. It's that easy. The movie is about a bunch of parents trying to survive their own kids trying to kill them. It would be so much easier to take all that time and money you spend on having a kid and put it into a beach home. That's way easier. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe so you never miss when we next upload. Check out the videos on your screen on what to watch next. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.